Most people think being broke is about not earning enough, but that's only half the truth. The real trap is not understanding how money actually works, how it flows, grows, and slips away when you're not paying attention. Without this knowledge, even a bigger paycheck won't save you. You'll keep working harder, feeling stuck, and wondering why nothing changes. Today, we're going to break down the mindset shift you must make if you ever want to escape the cycle for good. Today, we will talk about why you'll stay broke if you don't understand this about money. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. The illusion of high income and financial freedom. Many people equate high income with wealth, but the two are not the same. Someone earning $80,000 a year can still be broke if they spend $82,000 annually. This is where the concept of lifestyle inflation comes in. The more money people earn, the more they spend to match their new income level. Without financial discipline, a higher salary simply fuels bigger bills, flashier purchases, and more debt. The illusion of being rich because of a paycheck is dangerous. It keeps people from building real wealth and traps them in a dependency on constant work. True financial freedom comes when your assets produce enough income to cover your expenses, not when your paycheck looks impressive on paper. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. One of the most fundamental truths about money is the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes money out. Unfortunately, most people believe they are buying assets when they're actually purchasing liabilities. For example, a brand new car might feel like an asset because you own it, but in reality, it depreciates in value, requires insurance, fuel, and maintenance, all of which cost money. On the other hand, buying a rental property that generates $1,000 per month in passive income is an asset because it continually adds money to your life. Without this distinction, people spend their lives buying things that drain their finances instead of building a portfolio that sustains them. The role of financial education. A lack of financial education is one of the main reasons people stay broke. Schools teach algebra, history, and literature, but rarely explain taxes, investments, or how to manage cash flow. This means people enter adulthood unprepared for real-world money decisions. Without understanding concepts like compound interest, inflation, tax strategies, and risk management, they fall prey to bad loans, high interest debt, and poor investment choices. Financial literacy isn't just about knowing how to budget. It's about developing a mindset that seeks to grow and protect money over the long term. Those who understand financial systems can use them to their advantage, while those who don't become victims of them. How emotions control money decisions. Money is not just a numbers game. It's deeply emotional. Fear, greed, pride, and instant gratification all play a role in how people handle their finances. Many stay broke because they make decisions based on short-term emotions rather than long-term strategy. For example, fear of missing out can lead someone to buy into a risky investment without proper research, while the desire for immediate pleasure can cause overspending on luxuries instead of saving. On the flip side, fear of loss can prevent someone from ever investing, leaving their money stagnant and vulnerable to inflation. Mastering money means mastering emotions, making decisions from a place of knowledge and logic rather than impulse. The trap of consumer debt. One of the most destructive forces keeping people broke is consumer debt. Credit cards, personal loans, and buy now pay later schemes create a false sense of affordability. People convince themselves they can afford something because they can make the monthly payment, without considering the interest they'll pay over time. A $2,000 purchase on a credit card with 20% interest can end up costing hundreds of dollars more if not paid off quickly. Over time, this cycle of debt drains income that could have been invested or saved. It can be a tool if used strategically for appreciating assets, but for most it becomes a financial prison that eats away at their future wealth. Why saving alone won't make you rich? For decades, people have been told to save your money as the key to financial security. While saving is important, it's not enough to build wealth. Money sitting in a regular savings account earns very little interest, often less than the rate of inflation. This means that over time, the purchasing power of your savings actually decreases. To grow wealth, money must be invested in assets that appreciate or generate income, such as stocks, real estate, or businesses. The wealthy understand this and use their savings as a stepping stone to invest, while those who only save find themselves losing ground financially year after year. The power of compounding. One of the most powerful forces in finance is compounding, the process where money earns returns, and those returns earn more returns over time. Albert Einstein famously called it the eighth wonder of the world. Yet many people stay broke because they don't start investing early enough to take advantage of it. For example, if you invest $5,000 a year from age 25 to 35 and then stop, you could end up with more money by retirement than someone who invests the same amount from age 35 to 65 simply because your money had more time to compound. The earlier you start, the less you have to invest to achieve the same outcome, but delay can cost decades of growth. Learning to make money work for you. The ultimate shift in money mindset is moving from working for money to making money work for you. This means building income streams that don't require your constant effort, such as rental income, dividends, royalties, or business ownership. If your only source of income is your job, your finances are vulnerable to job loss, illness, or burnout. Wealthy individuals focus on acquiring assets that continue to produce income, whether they work or not. By contrast, those who only trade time for money will always have a limit on their earning potential. Inflation and the erosion of purchasing power. Another concept that keeps people broke when they ignore it is inflation, the gradual increase in the price of goods and services over time. Even at a modest 3% annual inflation rate, the value of $100 today will be worth only about $74 in 10 years. If your income and investments aren't growing faster than inflation, you're actually getting poorer over time. This is why simply keeping money in a bank account is not enough. You must invest in assets that outpace inflation to maintain and grow your purchasing power. The wealth mindset shift. At its core, staying broke is a mindset problem as much as it is a financial one. Wealthy people think differently about money. They see it as a tool to create more opportunities, not just something to spend. They value financial independence over short-term appearances and focus on building assets rather than collecting liabilities. On the other hand, those who remain broke often focus on spending money to look rich rather than using it to become rich. This mindset shift from consumer to investor is the most important step anyone can take toward lasting financial success. The choice to stay broke or build wealth. In the end, whether you stay broke or build wealth comes down to understanding and applying the rules of money. Earning more will not save you if you don't learn to manage, invest, and grow what you have. The difference between someone who struggles financially and someone who thrives is not just income level, but how they think about and use their money. If you take the time to educate yourself, control your emotions, avoid consumer debt, invest wisely, and prioritize building assets over liabilities, you'll create a financial foundation that lasts a lifetime. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.